with yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. Well, you see what appears to be a normal, kind, happy, smiling New Belgium bottle. However, on the front of this bottle, there's some dead people. There's some freaking zombies riding bikes on the front of it. What's up with that? Well, it also says Lips of Faith, so that means this is a special beer from New Belgium, and it's a collab beer. And with whom did they collab? Well, they collab with none other than Three Floyds out of Munster, Indiana, US of A. Yay, yay. Now, this particular beer was brewed at the New Belgium plant in Fort Collins, Colorado, US of A. Yay, yay. And what beer did this collaboration bring us? It brought us Grätzer. That's right. Now, you recall, not too long ago, I reviewed a beer from Dr. aka Professor Fritz Brim, and it was his Grätzer, or Piwo Grodzicki, if you prefer. It goes by both names, one of those kind of things. Anywho, you'll recall from that review, I gave you a ton of geek information about Grätzers or Grodzickis, and also you will recall that this is a sour, smoked wheat ale. And I was liking that beer. It was sort of like a Berliner Weiss and a smoked Hefeweizen had a love child, and boom, that's what came out. It was a really cool flavor experience, and for a low ABV beer, man, it was really packing the flavor. So let's see if this sort of collab version, this maybe love child between New Belgium and Three Floyds, brings that same kind of flavor, because the recipe's a little bit different. For hops, they're using Target and Polish Lublin hops, which is sort of traditional in that area, because you will recall, if you watched this video, or if you have watched it, that this beer originated, the style Grätzer originated in the Prussia area, which is kind of like Poland and Germany from back in the day, sort of a combo country. So, now, for hops in this beer, like I said, they're using the Target and the Polish Lublin. For malts, they're using pale, midnight wheat, and oak smoke wheat. Now, this beer here was using air-dried barley, and it was using beechwood smoked malt. So there's going to be a different flavor, component in this. Beechwood smoked malts bring that sort of bacony flavor, and the oak smoked malts bring that sort of campfire kind of smoke. Both beers, they use German ale yeast, and they use a sour mash technique that integrates lactobacillus in it to sour a portion of the mash and make it awesome and have another flavor dimension. So I'm going to stop flapping my gums about this beer style that it's intriguing me, that hails all the way from the 15th century and was popular in the 1900s. And it's cool to see that it's back, that brewers are bringing it back in the United States and Europe, because this craft beer dimension is just hungry for new stuff all the time. So, anyways, like I said, I'm going to stop flapping my gums. Boom, get the top popped on this. Oh, throw that crown on the ground, screw it, and get this beer in the glass. Hell yes, look at that. Man, that bad boy's pouring dark. Now, they've used dark malts in this, like midnight wheat, as opposed to the lighter color, the lighter amber color that the Dr. Fritz Brim beer was. Now, when you look at this beer is black. There's only a little tiny bit of light coming through down the bottom of where the stem connects to the bowl in the glass here. When I swirl it, no alcohol leg, but I can already see some glass lacing clinging to the top of the glass there, and you probably can too in that shot. But really nice looking beer. We got, I'd say, about a finger and a half of dark khaki colored heads, a little soap sudsy up at the top, but you kind of expect that at a beer of this ABV. So let's get an aroma on this and see what's up in that department. Wow, campfire smoky malt. It reminds me when I reviewed the Ex-Schlenkele Eiche, their smoked Doppelbock, that campfire aroma from the oak. A little bit of like maybe coffee and chocolate, caramel, a bit of tartness in the background, and some sweetness. But the oak smoke is definitely the dominant component in this aroma. Those other aromas are there, but they're way back down the line. There's no alcohol aroma at all in it, and it smells damn tasty. And after the day I've had, I'm ready to dive into this bad boy, guys. Cheers, Prost, whatever you want. I'm going in. Wow, this beer, which I've just chugged down like a crazy person, this beer is a lot more smoke forward than this Grätzer was from Professor Brim. It's the oak smoke. You get that first hit. You get a big campfire oak smoke. Then you're getting a bit of like coffee sort of bitterness. After that, I get a little bit of like a chocolate taste almost. I guess that's from the midnight wheat maybe, or it could be coming from the oak smoke wheat as well. After that, you get this sort of like tartness in the background that's going along with that roasty bitterness that's in there and the oak smoke. But much more prevalent smoke character in this. This bottle's really fresh. This beer just came out. I guess it's only been out maybe a couple weeks since I've had it. I don't know how old it is. There's just a Best Buy 2015 little information on the side of the bottle. That's it. But wow, really tasty beer. It's more Rauch beer than this beer is. It's more onto that smoky side. This was more like a lighter Hefeweizen that has some smoke and sour characteristics in it, or tart characteristics. This one is a bigger Rauch-like, beer than this was. The smoke is more dominant, and the tartness is sort of playing off of the roast bitterness, and it's a really cool beer. I like this beer a lot. Wow. It has big flavor for 4.5%. There's not a hint of any alcohol in this beer. Super easy to drink. It's got a medium body. Goes down really easy. And if you like smoke beers, this would be one for you. This kind of reminds me in some ways, besides the tart characteristic, of a beer that I had from Jack's Abbey, which is called Smoke and Dagger. And that was like this sort of, lighter body Rauch beer that's not full-on Rauch beer up in your face like the Ex-Schlenkele beers are, but it's got that twist of the tartness in there. The tartness isn't super prevalent, but it's there in the background and it's playing really well with all the other flavors. I'm digging this beer. So, we got to assign a grade to this beer. Now, as you see, I've drank nearly the entire glass talking to you. Rate Beer gives us an 87. I can totally see an 87 on this. Beer Advocate's given an 80. I think that's quite low for what this beer is. I'm going to give this beer an A-. I'm going to give it a 90. I think it's very well made. I've had a lot of smoke beer at this point. This is more like to the smoke beer side of the Gratzer family tree. And this is more towards the like Berliner Weizen and like say maybe smoke Hefeweizen side of the world, this beer. So really cool to see the juxtaposition between these beers. And if you like smoke beer and you like a bit of tartness in your beer as well, playing with those flavors, and you're looking for a session beer that has a lot of flavor packed into 4.5% ABV, this is a great beer for you. This is one of the best New Belgium beers I've had. I can tell that, Three Floyds has their fingerprint on this one. Actually, all my favorite New Belgium beers have been collab beers. They're Super IPA and this one are definitely my two favorite New Belgium beers. That, besides maybe La Folie, that's a great beer too. But wow, I'm digging this. I'm giving the A-. If you guys have had this, let me know what you think. I love the quid pro quo, that back and forth, because that is just awesome. So, what is also awesome if you would do me a great big favor and think locally and drink locally and support the craft beer movement. So more collabs like Grätzer happen between New Belgium and Three Floyds and other breweries. So we have cool styles when we're bringing back the old styles, making them new again, so we can enjoy them in this day and age, not just in the past, and have them be a memory, because I love putting these beers on my beer memory for damn sure. So, to the next DJs BrewTube, thanks a million to each and every one of you. And I got nothing but a bunch of Gratzer drinking love for you. And what? That's right, you know what's coming now. That's right, a big